Hey, 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 how's everybody doing out there today? Welcome back to Crypto After Dark. Carolina Keith, regular Keith, Professor Keith. I noticed YouTube's got hella lag going on right now. Just realized it. I don't know what's going on, but it's not me. It's like a solid 15 seconds more than normal. Nonetheless, good to see you all back here for Crypto After Dark. Got some stuff to talk about tonight. Charts have ran like thoroughbreds. We're going to go over just about any crypto you can come up with. I'm sorry about the way my voice sounds. I got some kind of head cold going on. I feel a little wishy-washy. Nothing I can do about it. So I'm going to try not to drink anything tonight except regular old drink. So without further ado, let's get on into it, shall we? And we shall. If you haven't done so, please go hit like. $3. $3 to hit the like button over here. There you go. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe bell. And if you haven't done so, please hit the notifications so you don't miss anything. There you go. I went through the whole gambit of all the little dinger bells there. I forgot that I had that sound effect. And I remembered it this time. I'm like, I'm going to use that sound effect when we get on there. So I don't want to spend forever talking about non-chart stuff. Let's go straight on into Bitcoin and what's happened over the last couple weeks here and what we can kind of see coming forward. As you saw the thumbnail's very specific. How much longer can this go, right? Let me get something to drink. How much longer can this go? Great question, and I want to dive into that. So I've got Bitcoin pulled up. I've got Fibonacci retracement pulled from roughly July. I'm going to zoom in here a bit so you can see. Oh, wrong button. I'm going to zoom in just a bit here so everyone can see it. Make it a little bigger for y'all and not necessarily for me. But this Fibonacci retracement starts at the last high, which was in July, and goes down to the last low, which was in September. All right. So if you're wondering how I pulled this Fibonacci retracement, this is where I started from. I started from this high and I went to this low down here. Now, in the process of that, I matched up the trend line of the Fibonacci retracement with the trend right there that broke right here. All right. That's pretty much lined out exactly like I wanted to see it happen. Excellent. So if I go by this Fibonacci retracement, this tells me that I may end this entire fib set, may stop by November 11th. Why do I say that? Well, typically, whenever you pull Fibonacci retracement like this, wherever the Fibonacci retracement stops, as far as once you've found your high and you've found your low and you've drugged the Fibonacci retracement into place, it kind of shows you where it's going to slow down, stop, and or reverse. So if we look right here along the edge of where this Fibonacci retracement ends, that's roughly November 11th. That's about 9 more days from now. Not quite. Now, I will say that upon this thing sprinting north like it did, breaking everything through on the way up, it didn't check any of the resistance on the way back down. It just kind of blew right through it and it hasn't come back down and retested it. I'm going to zoom out in a second and I'll show you some other stuff. But I've got other things highlighted here. This green box is the support box on top of the resistance. Once it pushed through here and broke resistance, this no longer was resistance. Now it's support. As it's support, it's all right. It's all right if Bitcoin comes back down and sits on top of this green box before going back up for the rest of the year. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying it's okay if it does. It's not the end of the world, just par for the course. Okay? Makes sense? Just par for the course. It's not the end of the world. So, since I've shown you that it's broken resistance and flipped that into support, since I showed you that the fib's going to run out roughly November 11th, let's look at how far it's possible for this thing to go. On our typical Fibonacci retracements, we have 3 zones that are take profit zones for any particular fib that we pull. We like to start high on a weekly time frame, and we like to work our way down, of course. But on a shorter one like this, we like to see it run to our typical take profit fibs, which are, as you see in the picture here, 1.272, 1.414, and 1.618. Got that? Those three areas are our take profit areas on our local fibs, meaning small Fibonacci retracement. We haven't even made it to our 1618 yet. We got stuck at the 1414. It acted like yesterday, like it wanted to push through. Okay. Didn't make it. It didn't make it. Whoops. All right. Now, the good news here is there's a very aggressive parabola going right here, meaning very aggressive move up that hasn't failed yet. No matter how I draw this, if I try to get super specific with it, it doesn't matter. It's still above this little miniature trend line right here. It's still hanging tough. So as long as that hangs on, that's good. I haven't even got any EMAs up here. Not going to show you that yet. So I've talked about where I think that could go, which is roughly 37,000. Let me remove these fibs so you can see a bigger picture here. Oh, I meant to erase something I didn't mean to erase. There we go. Let's remove this. There we go. All right, and we zoom way out here. As you see, this is the top of the last bull market. This is the bottom of the current bear market. So my Fibonacci retracement is going from the top to the bottom. I've matched it with this trend line, which is going to be tough to see because I've got all this red stuff in the way. But more importantly, I want you to note where this stops. I've pulled this to the end of 2025 because that's how long the next upcoming cycle will last. That's why I've got this fib pulled out like I do. We have evidence going back 3 prior halvings. This is how it works. I can show you that if someone wants me to. But let me zoom back in here. You can kind of see the dotted line here, right? I'm going to zoom in and it will look less messy as I zoom in. All right, so here's our halving line, which is roughly mid to late April. That may change a little bit depending on the hash rate. Here's that green support zone I said a moment ago. I even got it labeled support zone. Excellent. Here's that green trend line coming from the very bottom down here, working its way all the way up. I think it's possible that we move toward this line and bounce up, perhaps down and then back up. We shall see. Furthermore, we have resistance right up here snugged along the bottom of about 38,000, 37, 38,000 here. There's resistance snugged right up along the bottom of those candles. As you see, that 1618 on those short fibs kind of points up here toward that orange line. Makes me think 37,000 could happen. Now, if I flip the linear mode, it's more like 36.5, which we came very close to the other day, but didn't quite hit yet. So I think maybe the up isn't quite done just yet. I think there may be a few more days, maybe even a week left of this upper move that felt really good, right? It felt really good that this thing went up and we got off of those bottoms and we kind of showed that perhaps a lot of bottoms may be in. Now comes the part where red comes and everyone freaks out. All right, so let's be prepared for that. So the other parts of this I've got highlighted. Since I pulled this fib all the way to 2025, the end of 2025, which is when the next cycle ends, okay, the dotted line that you see coming down is the trend line. I want you to look at what's happened. It's kind of pierced through that, perhaps sitting on top of it. We have evidence to say that in the last 2 different bull markets that it got right near this line and played around with the line a little bit before it finally ended up breaking north and going on and doing its thing. I'll show you that in a moment. Furthermore, the big 50 fib, all right, if I zoom out just a little bit more here and show you, right here is the 50% retracement line on the all-time fib going all the way to the end of 2025. Again, that's when the next cycle ends. We're right here above the 50 fib. Anything above the 50 fib, es bueno, because this is a no longer continuation down. It's now a broken move up. Excellent. Just need to stay above it for the duration of the year. All right. If we can stay above this for the rest of December and November, we're good to go. All right. It doesn't have to go any farther than 33,000. All right. It's possible that it comes all the way down to this green box, gives it a slap, and then bounces back up. You're not in control of that. So what are you going to do about it if it doesn't? Okay. I've already aggressively taken profits on multiple things. I've been able to increase my portfolio about 20%. Also buying things that I didn't plan on buy before by getting profits and moving it over into one thing and getting profits and moving it over into another thing and getting over and over and over again. All right. I've already done that probably 6 or 7 times. I'm very tickled that I managed to do that. I'm going to continue doing that. People are having a hard time keeping up with what I'm doing. I told you that was going to happen. All right. I told you. That's why I say don't copy me. I don't do copy trading and I don't do signals specifically for that reason. It's hard to keep up with someone who's going 100 miles an hour, right? Right. This is why it's very important. I'm going to sneeze. Just roll with me if I sneeze. There's nothing I can do about it. Rule number 1, no emotions. You cannot let these assets get you in your feelings. None of them care about you. Why do you care about them? I cannot say this enough. No emotions. Rule number 2, what's your plan? Do you have a plan? You should have a plan before you buy anything, because this market is about to get wild. Okay? And when it does, I don't want to hear any excuses. Oh, I didn't know what I was going to do, so I just aped. No, we don't know. We're not apes. We're adults. We're not apes. We're adults. I don't want to hear that kind of language. We're smarter and better than that. Some of you are still going to do it. Nothing I can do about that. I'm just going to try to correct you along the way nicely and not be a dick about it. But we're not apes. We're grown-ass men and grown-ass women. We can do better than that. Have a plan before you buy. My plan. I'm going to buy these. If I have an opportunity, I'm going to take profits, especially if I see 100% candles shoot up. I'm going to get some profits off of that. I'm going to go buy something else that hasn't done that yet, or that I had my eye on, or I'm going to add to a position that I would think long-term would do really well, which is what I've been doing lately. All right. Rule number 3, after rule number 1, which was no emotions, and rule number 2, which was have a plan. Rule number 3, what's your backup plan? I've already made my backup plan. If any of these fail, the 50-day moving average keeps out. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm not arguing with myself over this. It's not going to happen. If any of these break the 50-day moving average, keeps Audi 5000, and I don't even care. Last but not least, the most important rule for me, you can do what you want, but I got here by following rule number 4 the most. Take your profits. If you don't take your profits, someone else will take them for you. How can I not explain that any easier? If you don't get them, someone will get them for you. They're not just going to sit there forever and wait on you to take them. You better get them while you can. Now, that doesn't mean you sell the whole position. You can sell 2%, 10%, 80%. That's up to you. That's part of your rule number 2, having a plan. All right? I'm executing my plan as we speak. All these shitters I don't really care about. I'm just in them a little bit. So any profits I can get out of them, let's go. I'm going to flip them over into something else. I'm going to find something else along the way, perhaps mid caps or upper caps, whatever. All right? There's your 4 rules. I don't want to hear any excuses. Stick with it. You got this. Let's go say hey to everybody. Sorry. You know what? Let me blow my nose real quick. I'm sorry. Can you tell Keith doesn't feel great? Oh, goodness. All right. And we shall. Win mullet, bro. The bull may be running, but the cows are coming home. Let's go, dude. Ron Poteet, good to see you, brother. Let's see. He's like he's dead in the middle of the pivots. That's exactly right. Thank you, Jeremy Monroe. What's up, brother? He's in Wyoming. Bullish CEO, good to see you. Dab. Has it not formed a bear flag? They didn't discuss what a bear flag is. Very cool. Lunatic Prophet, good to see you. Crypto Ho, what's up? Bobbio, Ron Wilson, Rug. Good to see you. Kaizen, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Dreamer, what's up, Jeremy, my cousin. A Graham, what's up? Colo Colo, good to see you. Raging Beagle, what's up, my guy? Hotwater X, good to see you. Ariana, how are you, ma'am? Cody, what's up, Cody? Eric Denim Logic, what's good, brother? Cheese is on here. What's good, the cheese? MC, good to see you, brother. All right, let me write these down. Algo, Atom, Theta. Algo, Atom. I'm going to try to go over every coin on my list right here. And I think I'm going to get most of y'all's on here as I do so. So bear with me. Mike Isaac, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Miss Kelly Slade, how are you, ma'am? Jay Gross, what's up, brother? Berserkly, dude. I don't know if you watched the recent Joe Rogan and Elon podcast, but Elon was talking about Berkeley and how it's an insane place. And I was like, just listening to it made me trip out a little bit. Link, that's on my list here. We'll get to it. HMX. Oh, you want me to go over the Arbitrum tokens? We can do that. Let me write those down. I got you. So I don't forget them, right? I don't like forgetting stuff and then feeling like an idiot after. What else we got? Tex, what's up, brother? Somebody got the freaking head cold. Exactly, dude. This sucks. Sucks, bro. What's up, Heath? Good to see you, brother. I've seen you worse. Exactly, dude. Mike Isaac, Guy says XNO, KDA, and Ori. I've got those other ones on there already. It makes me trip out every day. Trust me. All right, let's run through the entire list here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm at 100% right there. I'm backing out a little bit. So I've got an entire list that you see on the right here, full of different coins. I'm about to go over every single one of those one by one. I'll probably catch the coin that you want in that mix. Then I'm going to post this all up on Twitter that I went over every single one of these tokens, and there'll be no excuses. Cool? Cool. All right. So that was Bitcoin. How about Ethereum? Ethereum's right near the golden pocket. This had not broken out and ran loose like Bitcoin did. As you see, Bitcoin's still running the show. No matter what you think about how good ETH is or how good anything else is, Bitcoin still runs the show. Everything follows suit. All right. I know people think Solana was absolutely killing it, and we're going to go over Solana in a second. However, I need you to note, as soon as Bitcoin hiccuped just a little bit, Solana went, whoa. All right. So again, it's going to keep happening. What are you going to do about it? Can't do anything about it. All right. So Ethereum here, right to the golden pocket and stopped. If I pull up any moving averages here, you'll see we're over the 200. This is excellent. I'm going to take everything off except the 50 and the 200. Only ones I'm going to use for the entire live stream. All right. Why? I've said this before, but a very simple, it's really not that complicated, a very simple bull bear filter. Your asset needs to be over the red line that you see on the chart, which is the 200-day moving average. If it is not over the 200-day moving average and staying above it, it is not ready for a bull market. It may have been the bottom, and you may have got to move up a little bit, but you are not having a bull market until it is above that 200-day moving average. As you see here on Ethereum, it's above that 200-day moving average. Muy bueno. Very good. As well, the 50-day moving average, obviously. I told you that's my backup plan for the foreseeable future here. If anything goes below this yellow line, the 50-day moving average, Keith sells it. It's very simple. I'll rebuy it later. I don't have to overthink this. Really don't. I'm already up 20%. I've locked in some of those profits. They're good to go for the bull market. I don't need to worry about it. It's fine, bro. I'm excited as hell about this. Honestly, I started getting back up towards 6 figures on my investment portfolio, and able to, I've saved $10,000 worth of stables. I haven't even spent them yet. So, whew, you know what I mean? These numbers start to mess in my head a little bit. So I'm trying to maintain my own sanity here as well. But nonetheless, this is over the 200-day moving average. Exactly what you want to see. Now let's see it maintain it. All right. BNB, nowhere near over the 200-day moving average. People in the Discord have been asking. Really cool thing about our Discord, by the way. If you haven't done so, please go hit like. There's 71 people on here, 39 people have hit like. What are you other guys doing? Come on, wake up. All right. We actually saw that some tokens were lagging behind and had not got up above this 200-day moving average yet. So what we would do was, well, I did multiple times. I saw coins that would shoot up here above the 200-day moving average. I would then take profits on those. I would find a coin that had not done that yet. I'll give you some examples in a minute. But as soon as I saw one that was down here like this, hovering over the 50-day moving average, but not over the 200-day moving average, well, I moved into it. I bought it. Why? Well, it's at the floor. Felt like it's worth a shot. Look at this. This is the 2022 low. It's right here near the 2022 low. It could go down more from here. We are pulling hairs on how perfect we're trying to be here, okay? It's not super necessary when we're going into a bull market. We're not there yet, but we're about to go into a bull market. All right? It's not super necessary to get super technical about pulling hairs on every single percent. I know you guys want to make the max, and I do too, but you don't got to go crazy with this stuff, okay? Okay, so BNB over the 50, but under the 200. I think it's likely this makes a run to the 200 at some point. It hasn't gotten there yet, but so long as this is above the 50-day moving average, I'm fine with it. AVAX ran up and hit the 200. We know that the 200 is a very strong line and doesn't give up easily, just like it didn't back here. Just like it didn't give up easily all through here. As you see, it bounced around and played hardball for a long time before it finally failed. 5, 6, 7 hits before it finally broke. Here you go. This is the second hit. One hit here, one hit here. What we're going to have happen? Are we going to push through it? Or are we going to play dead? Honestly, here's the 2022 lows again, yeah? This thing came down here and hit the lows. The lows. Even if it's not time for a bull market, I felt like it was the right time for me to go ahead and buy some of this and get the low. Get the low. I could cut some for profits, which I might have already done, and buy something else, which I might have already done. Or I could just hang out and leave it be. It's fine. I'm loving what I'm seeing here for most of these charts. You're going to see me go through them one by one and realize that, all right? Under the 200, but over the 50, it's all right as long as it's over the 50. Give it some time. Matic. Same scenario here for Matic. Under the 200, stuck right underneath it, hasn't broken yet. 50-day moving average is rolling up little by little. As you can see, we broke this big downtrend right here. Excellent. It's all good from here. Let's give it some time. Short term, you'll see this on a lot of charts. There's our low, there's our high, there's our higher low, there's a higher high. Little tiny uptrend. Not bad. Whole lot better than downtrends, isn't it, everybody? Exactly. Whole lot better. ADA. Looky there. First one other than Ethereum we've saw that's broken the 200-day moving average. Very nice. Now, can it come back down here and retest this and bounce around on top? Yes, absolutely it can. Is there anything wrong with that? No, there's absolutely not anything wrong with that. In the process, all the other moving averages are going to bunch up right through here. And that price is going to sit on top. And those moving averages are going to act like support to give this thing another run when the new year rolls over. Watch and see. Perfect look for ADA. A little farther ahead than some. Never a bad day to take profits. By the way, if anyone tells any of you that it's a bad day to take profits, block them, because they're lying to you. Every single day on earth is a good day to take profits. I didn't say take it all, but every day is a good day to take profits. Algorand, not over the 200, over the 50. And I want you to note how much closer this 50 and 200 are to each other. All right. This hasn't done very much yet. It's hardly moved. So once this does move, while it may take a little bit longer, once it does move, it should be a little bit more aggressive on the count of it's lagged behind. All right. I'm waiting this one out. I bought down here. I'm happy with it. I'm going to leave it be. I don't need to worry about it. CRV, similar story. A wider mark between the 200 and the 50, as you see. Fine and dandy over the 50-day moving average. As long as it stays over the 50, perfectly fine with that. I'd like to see it get over the 200. As you see, CRV is nowhere near over the 200-day moving average yet. In fact, this thing did the 2020, spit it out, Keith, the 2022 scrape of the lows here. Primo. We did it right here. We scraped those lows. Excellent. is holding on to those lows for the time being. Anyone who knows anything about Forex, when you sweep a low or sweep a high, you tend to go the other direction. And we are going the other direction right now, which happens to be good for us, up. All right, hasn't hit the 200. Give it some time. This looks a lot like AVAX. It will eventually run up here to that green box. Just wait for it. XLM. Hey, look at this. This is one of the few that has the 50-day moving average over the 200-day moving average. First one we've shown that looks like this, huh? Very nice. Now, what does this mean? I don't necessarily know it for sure, but it gives me that vibe that these are going to be the early runners next time when we all get started up and making a big hard push with Bitcoin and everything going up at once. Kind of makes me think you're going to have the ones that have already made a good solid move be the front runners. Then you'll have some laggers in the middle like you saw with AVAX and CRV and Algorand. Then you'll have some in the back that don't do anything for a while, like those shitters that we'll get to in a minute. But you can see now how it's kind of balancing out and how certain ones are ahead and certain ones are behind. All right. Going to keep showing you this because you're going to see it keep popping up. But there you go. 50 and the 200 under the price. That's perfect. Not running away from this. Every single move. Listen to this one very carefully, everybody. Every single move, so long as we maintain an uptrend and it comes down a little bit, you get a few red candles, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as that uptrend is maintained, that's a chance to buy more. You actually buy the dips on an uptrend. When it's a downtrend, you do not buy the dips. You buy the dips on the uptrend because it's highly likely that it will go higher and you'll have bought the discount. Right? Very important distinction. We have started making uptrends here. And if that's the case, every time I see some down, it's an opportunity to buy. It's an opportunity to maybe take some profits and look for something else to fall down a little farther and then grab it at a low, so long as it maintains its uptrend. That's very important. All right. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ, Chad. All right. Don't do any more. I don't know what I want. Let's just do some JD bonded. How about that? JD bonded. Pretty good stuff. Really good flavor. I can't do too much of this, dude. There's no way. I feel awful. Okay. Boy, if that don't pep you up. Whoo. Back to the charts. Jesus, thank you, sir. Whew. You're going to kill me. All right, give me a sec. Oh, I'm sorry. HD Tank, hang on. I missed those. Kuji. Some of these aren't on my list, and I want to make sure I write them down, okay? AKT. I got all those Highlighter X. I'll get to those in a second. ISP. Colo. Are those stocks? Because if they're stocks, it's going to be tough. I'm just trying to make sure before I look them up. RVF. Area. I'm not looking up the T word right there. That's a scam. Jacob Irwin says, is FTX a bargain basement steal right now or a hard pass? That's an interesting question that you bring up. And while I think it was supposed to be a joke, what if it's not? What if those investors bring it back? Boy, wouldn't it be great to buy the absolute basement bargain price? So I say this, if you're going to be a degenerate and do stuff like that, small amounts of money. Okay, like tiny amounts of money, like the money that you would take to Vegas to put on a roulette spin. All right, no more than that, because anything more than that, you're being a degenerate and you're probably going to lose. Okay, don't be crazy. We know better. We know better. But I don't hate the idea. I really don't, because I mean they've been already rumbling about bringing it back to begin with. And it can't get any worse than your founder being hit with 7 counts of fraud, right? And being convicted. I mean, you're not wrong in your thought process there. It's about the money. It really is. So, I mean, maybe it was a scam to start, but if the new people come in and change that, what am I going to say to that? I'm not going to get involved with FTX, but still. I mean, I can now. I have Palau, but XRP, not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So look at here. We have a golden cross forming on XRP. That's a 50 to 200 day moving average cross upward. Excellent. You want to see this. And the reason I say you want to see this is in order for this to be a big bullish run and a hardcore move, you need the 50-day moving average over the 200-day moving average, just like you saw at XLM a moment ago. That's working on happening here. Okay. I can already tell you this isn't the big move or it would have happened. This is just a little bit of a rumble. Give it some time. It's probably going to have to come over here and settle down a little bit until the beginning of the year. And I do expect this thing to move at some point here. I have my XRP. I'm good with it. I will say this little pullback is nothing to be afraid of so far. Like I said, we could come back down here and bounce back around this 55-cent level, and that's not the end of the world. All right. Don't ever want to get their hopes up to think everything is just going to go blasting off to Saturn. That's not how it works. But it is over the 50 and the 200. I can already tell you it's over the 8 and the 21 EMA. I don't even need to see them. Everything's fine here. Aave, man, as she took off and made an absolute rip. Looks like Link, honestly. It got stuck in this range for a really long time, and then it broke over the top of the range. It snuck over the big 236 fib here, which is excellent. It snuck over this downtrend line that it's been pinned under the entire 2022. Excellent look here for Aave. I'm very happy about this. It had a piss poor year, honestly, until now, which is awesome. Now, I didn't buy Aave. Would you believe that shit? This one of them I missed. All the positions I got, and you in the Discord know who all my positions are. This one I just missed, and that's on me. All right, I got the other DeFi platforms. I've got Comp and Balancer and Curve and other ones. But this one, hey, man, I screwed up and didn't get any. I'm not perfect. I could still buy it, and I think it's still plenty low enough to do that. But there are other fish in the sea. Move on. I'm not upset about it. I just move on. Adam. All right, similar to the others, over the 50, under the 200. This may jog sideways for a bit. As long as it's over the 50, I'm okay. That's my actual buy line down there at the bottom. I'm saying I'm plenty fine here. I don't even care. Comp. All right. Very neat. Comp over the 200 and the 50-day moving average is sneaking in here together. This is forming a big ball of support like I was talking about a moment ago, okay? As long as this stuff can stay over this ball of support and hang out here, that's fine. Fine. It's cool. I'm here for it. It also broke that big downtrend. You see the red line right there? Broke that downtrend. And it broke the big downtrend where that white line was right there. All right. Now, the big line that you see over here, I pulled these fibs all the way to the end of 2025, just like I did with Bitcoin. And you can see we're nowhere near moving up. We haven't even broke the first level yet, which is the 236 fib at 55 bucks. Haven't even broke that level yet. So I think there's plenty of time to find a spot for comp. H-bar. Just got into this the other day because I waited and waited and waited. And I'm happy I did so. It jumped up and I'm in profits. I'm in profits on, I think, 98% of what I'm in. It's fine, dude. Like, relax. This is what we've been waiting for, yeah? You've been waiting to be in profits, so you're in profits. Relax a little bit. Have a beer. Think about it. Smile. Come up with a plan. And let's get it done. Over the 200, over the 50, not bad. Nothing to write home about yet, but not bad. It's over the 2 moving averages that I'm showing tonight, specifically because I want to make it simple. Let's look at some of these you guys asked about. Let's do 3 bull, which is playable. All right, this is over on AVAX chain. All right, so you got to go get this on Trader Joe if you want it. That's my actual buy line down there in the dashed green line. I think I'm up about 120%, 116% at the moment. I'm going to leave this alone. The reason I'm going to leave this alone is because I said I was going to leave it alone. I'm trying not to overthink this and do anything stupid here. This is Dex Screener that I've got pulled up. This is available on MEXC. I just have it all drawn out over here on Dex Screener, so I'm going to leave it over here on Dex Screener. This fib doesn't run out until February. Some of these shitters, like you see on this one, have a little bit different look and are doing a little bit different. I'm happy with this. I'm going to stick with it and leave it alone. It's over the 50 and the 100. Doesn't even have a 200-day moving average yet. All right, so we'll wait for this one to see how it plays out. Mizar. If you guys don't know what Mizar is a website that allows you to bot trade. They use their token to pay and be paid, which is very cool. It didn't have that before. You used to have to do Bitcoin or Ethereum. They made their own token for it now, which is pretty cool. I've talked to these people in person. They consulted with me about things to change, things to make worse, things to make better, whatever. Pretty cool people. So I've got my stuff set up and ready to run bots over there when the time comes. I haven't done it yet, but I have this stuff set up over there to do it. Tickled about that as well. So this is still sitting over the big 236 fib right here. Very cool. Hasn't quite hit the 100-day moving average yet, but I think it may. I'm up a very good amount on this one. I'm not coming off this position either. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm up about 60% from my average. From my bottom buy, which was the big one, $488. The second buy was only $85. I'm up about 63%. Leave it be and let it go. HMX, which is a coin on Arbitrum Network. Very low market caps on all these, by the way. Mizar was a $1.7 million market cap. Playable, 3ULL, was a $6.4 million market cap. And HMX, $11 million market cap. As you see, broke the 821 perfectly. It cracked the 50, very good. I bought this at 780. It's up to 1015. I'm going to leave it be. There's plenty of room here for it to move all the way up to about 12 and a half bucks. Blocks, BLOX. I think this is the one you're talking about. And it's a big downtrend at the moment. So for me, this one's a no. And I really don't have very much data on it. All I can see is that it's trending down and something I'm not trying to hurry up and buy right now. ARC, ARC. I think this is what you're talking about. Oh man, that thing made a monster move and it's already broken a new high. Damn, it's a hell of a move here for ARC. Now this may slow down a little bit, $23 million market cap. Man, this was a good shitter to be in. Don't know if I want to get in this. It's a little bit gone down the road for me, but it's not a sale technically. Arion, 9 months old, $11 million market cap. She looks like she's cracked the trend. Very nice. Hey, look at this one. Look at this one. Not bad. It's not bad. Resistance at about 18 cents, and plus the resistance is kind of hitting right now. Let's see if it can push through this resistance. It is an uptrend. Can't deny that. That's a clean uptrend. Can't deny it. So as long as that keeps trending up, bueno. RVF. I think these are the tokens you're talking about. Even if they're not, we're charting whatever we got here. Rocket Vault, that sounds like a scam. $53 million market cap. Oh, we've looked at this before. Yeah, this thing is way past gone. It's all the way up into Sniper's Alley. I can't get into this one. It's way too far down the hill for me, but it's still technically an uptrend and still technically not a sale. Sidus. Siren. All right. Goodness gracious, look at that move. Whew. Oh, it was a 1 hour. Never mind. That's why it looks so aggressive. All right. So let's look here. Kind of stuck in range. I'm not super sold on this one. It's not bad because it's trending up, but I think it may slow down on you. ISP. $2 million market cap. Ooh. And it's starting to move off the floor. Okay. I think it's still under trend technically. I don't think it broke. It didn't. It's right there at it. Keep an eye on it, though. It's almost broken trend. It hasn't done it yet. It's right up against it. So it may take a little bit of a break here and then break out. Kuji. I can flip over to the regular one now. I stopped at FTM. Make sure y'all remember that. Oh, yeah, man. Look at that. Kuji is about to crack its high on MEXC. I don't know if that's the all-time high or not, but it's about to crack it now. It's swept the high. Let's see if it can get through it. It broke that downtrend. It has got the 821. It's got the 50, the 200, everything you want. No downtrend. Still technically riding high. Damn it, bro. I'll do a shot next time, dude. I can't. I got XTZ on the list. Crypto Moonboy, no problem. $1,000. You have to spend it by Friday. What are you buying? Bonds. I wouldn't buy a crypto. If you twisted my arm, I don't know, man. I would stash everything in Bitcoin and wait for the end of the bull market, probably. I don't know, man. There's nothing that jumps out at me. I don't have any favorites. So everything to me is either a yes or a no. And I don't like to point and pick one or two because I found out last time when I picked one or two, I still did well, but I left so much on the table. And I don't want to do that. I would rather spread it out. FTM. Similar story to the others, under the 200, over the 50, but it did break the downtrend. Just needs some time. ICP, same thing. Over the 50, under the 200, right at the bottom of the 200. This may take a little time to break. But again, I think we got the absolute floor here. It may go farther. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it comes all the way down here to this red box. But damn, I got it in at less than $3 and it's $4. Like, damn, I can't even argue. This is great. Mana, see Centraland. Looky there, broken the 200 moving average. Very nice. Now, interestingly enough, you see what you want to see here over the 200. Good. I'll go down here to these next couple. Near, over the 200. Excellent. Sand, not over the 200 yet. And sand looks very, very similar to Decentraland. The sandbox and Decentraland are kind of the same thing anyway. So I expect this to make that move to that 200. All right, in time. It hasn't done it yet. Everything's still trending up. Just give it some time, honestly. Theta. Boy, look at that. I'm glad I got in on this when I did. I almost ran out of time. I ended up buying it down here at like 62 cents, I think. But look at that thing shoot up and get over the 200. Exactly what I wanted to see. Plus, it broke the trend. Man, that's beautiful, dude. That's exactly what I was looking for. I've got these green boxes drawn, I think, of potential gains for Theta here. 250, 450, and 800. I'll take an 8X. Why not? BAT. Over the 50, over the 200, 50 encroaching on the 200. Excellent. I think BAT will hang up here at this level and show some strength eventually. Don't forget about BAT, all right? Basic attention token, all right? It's their own platform over on Opera Browser. Don't forget about it because we forgot about it last bull market and I regretted that. I don't want to forget about it this time. DOT. Under the 200, right against the trend, a little worse than others, but right in the middle of the two, kind of a large wait a minute zone. Flux, same story, over the 50, under the 200, right in between the two, needs more time. Link, holy smokes, look at that. It took 18 months, but that heifer broke out of her range, didn't she? Now that she broke out of her range, she's pushed right up to that same level. That big trend line, look, this is from the top, caught that wick, and now here we are again, right battling this downtrend line, the big downtrend line. Also the 382 fib at about 12 bucks. Bouncing around, thinking about it. Now it's kind of stuck in between the trend line and the big fib and the uptrend line. I think Link needs to breathe here a little bit, but after it breathes, maybe it settles back to support. Watch and see if it doesn't make a move up to this 50 fib at 15 bucks. And I do think eventually it'll get back to at least $26 plus, at least in time. Right now, I mean, I took some profits. I don't know about what y'all did, but you know what I mean? I took some. Litecoin, in between the 50 and the 200, same as others, kind of lagging behind. Litecoin always moves a little early as compared to most. Yeah, I got back from Brave Browser. I don't use it anymore. I haven't used it in a while. But it does pay you in BAT, for real. Let's see. SHA, Safe Haven. All right. Here's one that I got for free. This is 100% for free. Are you hearing me, folks? I said that this coin I got for 100% free. How did I do that? Well, let me show you. First, I got in on a coin, bought it, rode it up to profits. That coin was WTK, WadsPay. I rode that up, took profits on it, and I said, hey, man, I want to go buy Safe Haven, but I don't want to spend my money on it. I'd rather spend profits on it. So, first buy, $235 worth of profit that I got from WadsPay. I even wrote right here, forget about it. It's free. Don't even think about it. All right. Next, just the other day, GeoJam on the Chadgraph network ran up and did 100% candle. Well, let's go. So I scraped some profits off the top of that. That's the second buy. $300 worth of jam profits put into Safe Haven. My average buy price is now in between the two. I'm still floating in profits right here. Honestly, this is all 100% profits for me at this point. But my profitable position isn't doing too bad in the free tokens that I got. Again, I got this by taking profits, finding something else that looked good, and adding to the position. I'm going to continue to do this because I planned on putting 2,500 into Safe Haven. This thing's making a big falling wedge and just recently broke out. I think it may take a little bit of time to get there, but I want to continue scraping profits and adding to positions just like Safe Haven. All right. That's why I did it. I'm going to do it more. TRX, Tron. Holy crap. Look at this thing go. Happy to say I missed this one. I just missed it. I didn't buy it because I thought it was past gone, and it kept going. Broke the big trend line. That bitch is all the way up to the golden pocket now. Wild ride. I do think it'll slow down here eventually. It's got to. VET. Hey, looky there. Sitting on top of the 200-day moving average. Not bad. All right. 50's encroaching on it. Give it time. It'll act as support. XMR. Just got a golden cross. Hey. Not bad. Still stuck under the 382 fib. That's $178. Just got to break that. That's going to be a tough barrier to crack. Zilliqa. Zilliqa is pinned under the 200, but it's over the 50, just like many others. Audius. Ooh, people want to find a position that hasn't done much yet. Here you go. Audio is above the 50, under the 200, and right near 2022 lows. I have a nice position of audio, and I'm not coming off this heifer. I think I bought pretty much on the bottom. Could it go farther down? Yeah, it could, but I think we got it. This support box held. I was hoping it would. I bought that support box, and we're doing great. So I'm in no hurry to freak out over this. Balancer. I just got this yesterday. All right. Not bad. Not upset about this at all. Sitting on top of the 50. Hasn't quite broken the trend yet, so I'm catching a little bit of a falling knife here, right? Reason I'm doing this because everything else is starting to break trend. Hasn't come close to the 200, and it's barely on the 50. All right. I'm going to leave this alone. I think I did well on Balancer on this buy. Going to give it a little bit of time. I didn't get the absolute bottom, but I got close. CeeLo. Last few days, she showed out. Look how close the 200 and the 50 got to one another, like Algorand, like I showed you earlier. Here's CeeLo with the close moving averages, and then pop. She took off. Jumped over that trend line, which is excellent. It's essentially locked me into profits here, and I'm good to go. I can hit the pause button on this or the cruise control button and do nothing here and be fine. All right. Digibyte. Similar story. Under the 200, over the 50, and this one hasn't done very much. It's pretty damn close to those recent lows. That's my actual buy line right there. What are you doing, folks? Are you in on this? Are you buying these lows? Are you freaking out? What do you know how to buy? What do you not know how to buy? What are you scared of? Do you need help? Are you worried about stuff? Do you not know what to look for? Well, we can help you out with that, folks. If you haven't done so, please help us out by jumping over and checking us out at wap.com/team786. It's very simple. It's $10 a month. You learn You get better. You see my full portfolio. You see every single trade that I make. I post it all in its own separate channel so you can see every single move I make. wap.com/team786. It's very simple. There it is. All right. So, Digibyte, same spot as others, smacking that 200, give it time. District OX, DNT, this is on Coinbase. She's just peeking her head over the 50-day moving average. Hasn't done too much since then, but the 50 and the 200 are very close to each other and going sideways. I think this is going to make a move to the upside and jump over those moving averages and sit on top to make them move north. I've already got on my spot on it. I'm happy with that. Already did ICP, brother. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm getting there, HD Tank. Hang on. Let me skip over some of these. Quant. All right. She broke the 200 and then failed right back under the 200. I was looking to add to this position, and I may take some profits on some positions and move more over into Quant. I planned on that. It just didn't work out that way exactly yet. So I've only got a small spot on this. I do plan on buying some more. If it comes down to that 50-day moving average, it gives it a kiss. That's where I'm getting more. VRA. VRA's done great. It's one of these that moved quick, and here we go. Bounced up, went under the 200, slapped that 50, and jumped right back over. I rebought my position after I took profits, added 50% more VRA than I had to begin with for free. Okay, that's why I did it. Arbitrum. She's having a hard time. All right. Still stuck in this channel that's falling. It hit the 200-day moving average. Me and Educated Dummy and Raging Beagle and a couple others spotted this out and kind of saw this coming. Thor's Hammer, I think, did too. That this $1 range wasn't going to break easy. She's playing hardball. Okay. As long as it stays over the 50, I'm okay with this. And this actually has 91 cents where the 236 fib is to kind of help it out here and give it a little bit of time. But I think it broke the downtrend as well. So just leave it be. I'm going to leave this be. My buys are down low. It's cool. I'm happy with it. I'm not worried about it. I think Arbitrum's going to do great for the bull run. Vila, boy, they had a hell of a day the other day. These are my actual buys and sales. So I bought down here, $1,000. It shot up. I took profits right there at the red line, marked it for everyone to see. After it fell back down, I went ahead and added to my position. This was a 40% drop. So I cut it and I rebought, and I got 40% for free for doing nothing. Got how that works? Got how that works? I got it for free. I didn't do anything. I got free tokens. All I did was sell and rebuy. I think this is going to have a great bull market. It's Arbitrum Network. It's a DEX that you can trade on. Why not? Rio. A lot of talk about this one over on the X app. I don't really fall for the hype. But look at that thing shoot up and break the 50 and the 200. Kind of stuck in range here, so it may take a little bit. Not very much data here on this one either, and I like low data charts. So this can hang up here and get over top of this support and stay over it like it is. I'm happy about this. I think it may bring me another higher low here where I can buy and increase my position. Radiant, RDNT. I realize I'm running out of time. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. All right, Radiant's another one of these that hasn't done much yet. Over the 50, under the 200, pretty close to lows, right? So it may hang out and do nothing, and I get that. Would go sideways and have your money stuck, but I also hate to miss the bottoms. So I'm already in Radiant. I'm going to leave this one be. Let's see, what else? Sushi. Boy, this had a day the other day. So this is my old buy. I need to find actual. Give me a second. There we go. Here's my actual plays. So I bought this down here. What I was talking about, right? I bought this because it was very low and had done nothing yet. Bam, this thing shoots up immediately. I went, holy shit, let's go. Take profit, no problem, done. It went up a little bit more. I said, oh, okay. Well, you want to keep going up more? I'll take some more profits because it was already a free spot anyway. Bam, took more profits. And I used this to go buy other stuff with. Increased my portfolio size with profits. House money. If you're going to bet with house money. Let's see what else. Tezos was requested. XTZ. All right. So similar story. Fallen wedge, broken north. I like it. Just needs a little bit of time here to straighten itself out the rest of the way. It's under the 200, but over the 50. 50 moving average is rolling up aggressively. Very nice. It's exactly what we want to see happen. Uniswap. I bought this. It instantly went up. Can't be happier about that. Broke the 50, went to the 200, failed, kind of sitting in between. I'm locked in on profits here. Look, one buy, $500 Vila profits. Leave it alone. I even wrote it down for myself, so I made a mental note not to even bother with it. This is good to go for me for the rest of the bull market. I don't have to do anything. Joe, which is another swap token like Uniswap or 1 inch or whatever. Over the 50, under the 200. That's why I bought this. Same story. Kind of scraping the lows, not doing much. Worth the shot to me. Let's see. Metis. This will be one of the last ones we do because we're running out of time, bro. Boy, look at that. Man, I hate I missed this one. That's a good look. Who brought that up? Levi. Good. Thank you, bro. Look at that. Ugh. Over the 50, under the 200, and it perhaps is still stuck under the trend here. So as long as it stays above the 50, bueno. If it drops below that 50, I'll look for it to come down here to the low potentially or drop below that, and I'll look to get in it because this is a decent looking layout here. It's a decent looking layout. I like low data. When there's low data, there's less resistance. Less resistance means things can move faster without hitting hard bumps in the road and having to slow down a lot. Ori. This has been talked about a lot on the X app. Here we go. Broke the 50, jogged sideways. This is when I bought in. I had to get access to KuCoin first before I could buy it, but I have it now. Bam, instantly shot up, broke the 200. How much am I up on this? I'm up 70%. Bro, let's go. Like, I don't know what to say. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not... Profits locked in, bro. We're good. Everything over the 50-day moving average here, bueno for me. It can come all the way back down and roll up there. I don't care. I'm going to leave it be. This is good to go. I could take some profits if I like. I might do that. It's cooked on RSI. And if I'm not mistaken, look at that weekly chart. Holy smokes, bro. Whoo, weekly still got room to run if it wants. Yeah, okay, so that's 1 minute left. So, man, that hour flew by. Awesome that we had at one point, I think 80 people on here. Shout out to all of you who showed up. You're starting to see charts change and move in the right direction, and you're starting to trickle back in and starting to watch. I like it. Very good. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. We're going to cap our Discord off soon, and there won't be any more new people allowed in, so you better get in while you can. I can only tell you that so many times. swap.com/team786. Once the people are in and the doors are closed, well, you don't get in. I'm sorry. And you can just sit on the sidelines and watch us on YouTube when I talk about a couple things, because I'm telling you right now, you're going to miss out on a lot of stuff by not being around like-minded individuals who can help you make more money. All right? Thank you. I'll see you guys next week again. I think we may do Wednesday next week, not Thursday. Why? Because my Panthers play on Thursday, and I don't miss a Panthers game, bro. As bad as we suck, I'm still here watching every single game. I'm a loyal fan. So, thank you all. I'll see you guys next weekend. I'm sorry, next week. In the words of the late, great, Notorious B.I.G., could have been anywhere in the world. All of you chose to be here with me. Means the world to me, y'all, for real. Thank you. I'll see you guys next live stream. Zoom after this for the subscribers over in the Discord. Y'all be good. Peace. Sky's the limit.